Disneyland Paris might just be about to get good. Good morning and welcome back to Judventures. It's Saturday the 10th of August 2024 and that means one thing. Disney D23. D23 is Disney's biannual expo where they release all kinds of information relating to the TV, movie and park world of Disney. And it's a very, very exciting time if, like me, you're a big Disney nerd. Now, yesterday we had all kinds of announcements ranging from the new Daredevil TV series, films such as Frozen 3 and Zootopia 2, all majorly exciting, but that's not what we're here to discuss today. You see, later on today, it's the Disney Horizons panel, which is the panel that you want to be listening to if you are into anything theme parks, attractions, and all that jazz. It's the one with all of the information that you're going to need to keep you speculating and keep you excited for the next year or so, or more, while everything that they discuss today comes to fruition. Now, even though this panel hasn't actually started yet, there are little hints as to what we can expect. And what we're going to discuss today focuses specifically on Disneyland Paris. And even though this panel hasn't actually started yet, you can get plenty of information from over at D23 already. You see, Disneyland Paris have already got out their model of the Disneyland Paris park, and this model gives us a couple of indications as to what we could possibly see over at D23. You see, Disneyland Paris, they've already announced some big changes coming over the next few years. Not only is the second park, which is currently Walt Disney Studios, it's been announced that this is going through a complete rebrand and will now become Disney's Adventure World. Still not fully on board with that. You also have the brand new Kingdom of Arendelle, the Frozen world, which is being built just beyond Toy Story Land over at Disneyland Paris. And just today, on this model, you can see the whole of this area as it plans to be. Now, looking at these photos, you can see it does look pretty damn phenomenal. Not only do you have this brand new hub area with all of these lakes, water features, this beautiful Kingdom of Arendelle up at the top, but what you also notice on this map is that there's two very distinct empty areas. See, this model in both the top right and the top left has pathways leading up to these complete empty areas. Now, you wouldn't put empty areas on this park model if there wasn't going to be something there. You especially wouldn't have pathways leading to areas where it's completely and utterly unbuilt. So, are we likely to see today two new lands announced for Disneyland Paris? Now, when we did get the announcement that Walt Disney Studios was going to be rebranding as Disney Adventure World, it was said within that announcement that the Imagineers are already working on the next stage of this huge expansion. I think it's likely today that we're going to get a little bit of information as to what these expansions could be. Now, when you actually look at some of the insider websites, places where some Disney insiders, some Disney Imagineers, lots of people aren't meant to release information, do release little tidbits of information. We already have a good indication as to what some of these areas could be. It was speculated that the new land over in Disneyland Paris was actually going to be a Lion King world. This world was going to have an attraction which was going to be the biggest attraction within that world, which was going to be very similar to the Jurassic Park ride over in Orlando. It was going to be a river style ride, very much like Pirates of the Caribbean, which took you through all the different scenes of the Lion King, culminating in this climb up the mountain during the battle with Scar and all of the hyenas. And the finale would actually be you dropping through Pride Rock, very much like a log flume, in that river adventure style boat. It sounded really good, especially when you take into account that Universal and Disney are both leading the way in animatronic technology. The audio animatronics that you can see in Tiana's Bayou Adventure are some of the most advanced animatronics ever. Obviously, Universal have come along with everything at Epic Universe and tried to absolutely blow those animatronics out of the water, so it's likely Disney are going to make a comeback and they're going to create something even more advanced. And if these advanced animatronics are part of this world, which could be a Lion King world, that's going to be spot on. And then you also have this area up in the top right as well, just by the side of the Kingdom of Arendelle. Now, we were originally going to get a Star Wars land, which was going to be in place of where the rumoured Lion King land is at the moment. However, that looks to have been cancelled, nothing's been mentioned. No one said specifically that they're going to get rid. Now, the IP actually took a bit of a nosedive after the likes of The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Fandom didn't seem too happy with these movies. A lot of the TV series got panned, with the exception of The Mandalorian, which was phenomenal.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
But a lot of the other Star Wars IP TV shows and film kind of got critically and publicly panned. People didn't like them. So it looks like they've quietly moved away from Galaxy's Edge. Is it possible that this smaller area up to the top right of the map could be another Galaxy's Edge? I personally don't think so. So, not likely to be a Galaxy's Edge at this point. But can we take from some of the announcements that have happened already and look at what's going on around the world to see what this second area might be? Now, I personally see two possibilities for what this new smaller land could be. Now, you just had the panel yesterday giving you all of the information for the TV and movies that are upcoming over the next couple of years, and one of those movies is Frozen 3. Now, is it possible that they have closed off this small section of land because once Frozen 3 happens, they will be able to expand the Kingdom of Arendelle into that area with a new attraction based on Frozen 3, or with some of the landscaping or some of the designs from Frozen 3. It is quite possible. It's not a huge area of land compared to some of the others. You could fit a new land in there. Look at the size of Toy Story Land. It is possible. But it could also just be for one giant attraction or one extension to the current land. So that's idea one, that it is going to be an extension of the Kingdom of Arendelle. Theory two is quite a popular IP out there at the minute, which has done very, very well over in Hong Kong, is Zootopia. Now, we do know that Disney like to develop these brands and these IPs, and once they've perfected them in one area, they move them around the globe. Galaxy's Edge did very well to start with over in Orlando, and that suddenly expanded to other areas around the globe. Frozen had one small area, started developing across the globe. Toy Story Land started off over in America, developed across the globe. Now, yesterday, as part of the panel as well, we actually had the announcement that Zootopia 2 was coming. So they do have a lot of confidence in the Zootopia brand to be releasing a second movie. Releasing that second movie is going to bring Zootopia back into the limelight, back into sort of the minds of children and the minds of the parents. And it's ideal when something is still going through that fanfare to then be announcing brand new lands based on this. So it's quite possible, and I'd say even more possible than the expansion of Arendelle, is that we will be getting a small Zootopia land as part of this new expansion. Now, those are both just pure speculation, so don't quote me on anything that you hear here. Could it be that this new small parcel of land isn't actually for a land itself? Could it be for the development of a brand new hotel? If they've got the Kingdom of Arendelle over there, as well as this potential brand new Lion King land, could be something completely different. This is just rumour. But with the expected addition of footfall over there, could it be that they're looking to build a brand new hotel to house those guests? It's anyone's guess. It's very exciting. Something so close to home, getting an expansion, getting some additional areas. We couldn't be more excited. Disneyland Paris is obviously the current closest major park to us here in the UK. That is until Universal UK opens. But even so, that's going to be a Disney park and a Universal park within such close range to us here in the UK. And it's very exciting not only to get that Universal park, but to get a potential Disney expansion to bring what has really been the little leper brother of the Disney brand. Because let's face it, Euro Disney, Disneyland Paris has never been the one that they've really thought about. It's always the last one to get the expansions. It always gets the smaller expansions that don't really have the same investment as elsewhere. So to now get this huge Arendelle expansion and possibly these other expansions as well, it's a very, very exciting time to be a Disney fan over in the UK. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back as soon as the panel is over to give you all of the information on what actually happened at Disney D23. See you later.